Well, hello everybody and welcome along to Porsche Carrera Cup North America. You join us as we have started the race 5 minutes earlier than advertised, so apologies for that. At the front of the field, Ryan Yardley, who qualified on pole position, has taken the lead. 36.5 minutes to go, and Ryan Yardley in the black and orange machine pulls away. Then it's Riley Dickinson in second place. In third,
I think there might have been contact. Yes, there was, with the 37 of Matthias Least. Sabre Cook, actually. Sabre Cook, there's contact there, and it was unfortunately Ashley Freiberg who came off second best there of that one, coming through the turn 6-7 chicane, unfortunately, in Montreal in Quebec. But normally, actually, Zach and his father end up, they drive to a lot of the races down in the United States, so he's used to a long journey. So this is his home country race, if you like. There's the 77 of Tyler Maxson in a big battle here then with Yves Baltas, who goes through. So Baltas, who goes through, who was so strong at Miami. In fact, Maxson's lost 2 places. That's a really costly error from Maxson, because he's lost the position. He's lost third position to Baltas and indeed to Zach Vanier. Managed to gather it up, but lost 2 positions. Oh, heavy contact from Michael de Quesada. Moves up the inside and then spins. Michael de Quesada spins at the hairpin at turn 10. Oh, dearie me, the number 11 of Michael de Quesada, who's had such a good season so far, sitting 4th overall in the championship, went for an overzealous move up the inside, hit the other car, and just as he got back on the power, round he went. De Quesada was looking to go up the inside at turn 10, and it just was very heavy on the inside, and then made contact with the other car, which I think was the number 8 of
it was Michael McCann.
Yes, McCann kept going, and then as soon as De Quesada got on the power, the rear of his 911 GT3 Cup twirled around, trying to move up into 4th place, and he's got the kind of over-under here as they head up towards the first chicane into turn 3 and 4, and he's got the move done nice and early. Or has he gone deep? He has got a little bit deep as Maxson just about gathers it all together while this battling's going on. Vanier has disappeared up the road in 3rd place.
Scott Blind leading from Todd Parriott, and there are, should I say, 3 cars between them. Side-by-side action into the braking areas at the end of the lap, and again the chicane being missed there, and that will be looked at, I'm sure. That's Yves Baltas in the green and white car. We saw that happen before. He's having a go at Matthias Leist here as they're battling for position. There's a bit of debris between turns 1 and 2. Looks like part of a front splitter, actually.
Baltas just went a bit wide coming out of the turn 10 hairpin, and Matthias Leist gets run to the grass as he tries to make the move on Baltas. Baltas squeezing him into the grass. That's a little bit naughty, I would say, and close to the wall. Oh, that's pretty aggressive stuff there. And Baltas then has to straight line this Wall of Champions chicane, which keeps him in position, so that there's plenty for the IMSA race control to chew over, I would say.
Still, this battle has yet to be resolved. Round the outside towards the final corner. Oh, and again there's a bit of hip and shoulder and cutting across as they come in, and there's not a chance that that last chicane was going to be made there, and that is another cut through, this time by Martinez, and he's lost a position or 2. Oh, sorry, he's gained a position in doing that.
They both ended up cutting the chicane eventually. So this might well be in play in the favour of Patrick Mulcahy here.
I'm not sure moving across there by Martinez was the right thing to do.
He's sitting 16 points behind in the championship, 3rd place right now.
Sofronas has got by Martinez in the Pro-Am battle.
From behind, so it must that was at turn 10, so it must have been before that. But Sofronas back into the lead. Riley Dickinson, they call it the Wall of Champions for a reason. He is a champion, but he will not want to be in that wall, that is for sure. I bet you there is some of the Wall of Champions on the side of that beautiful Kelly Moss machine.
Final lap just starting on Todd Parriott, the only other competitor here. He's going to extend it even further, but frankly, Scott could go on holiday for a couple of rounds. Debris flag out on the run down to the final chicane for the last time. The 45 minutes has elapsed and Dickinson has eased off at the line. So Ryan Yardley, after being under pressure, takes what appears to be a relatively controlled win, and a lights to flag one at that, Peter.
Fantastic. What a way to get the season going for Ryan Yardley. He's been thereabouts all season. He was quick in testing at Sebring pre-season, but he's had effectively been the bridesmaid over the first few races, and finally gets that top spot. Fantastic stuff for Ryan Yardley, and his first win here on the streets of Montreal.
With problems, here comes the battle in the Pro-Am category, and the blue number 14, Jane Sofronas, takes the win, and that will close him up on Alan Metney. What's it? Metney's well down there, you know. So it's Sofronas first, Martinez second, Mulcahy third, Marco Chirone in fourth, Metney in sixth. In the championship, Riley Dickinson continues to lead Pro, but it is Ryan Yardley now in second, Yves Baltas in third, as the champagne is sprayed. JP Martinez, not the best of days for him. I think he'll just hold on to his championship lead. Alan Metney also not scoring well in the silver number 99 car, so James Sofronas, courtesy of his win today, will go into second in the Pro-Am. 24 litre flat six, normally aspirated cars, just over 500 horsepower each, so something over 12,000 horsepower is about to be released, and Riley Dickinson gets the jump there. He might even get across the start-finish line first. I reckon he did. That might have to be looked at by race control, but Ryan Yardley does get to the apex of turn one and turn two before the outside pole sitter, and Riley Dickinson drops into second with Jimmy Libre in third and Yves Baltas in fourth. Three wide further back, and on the inside to come next, and it'll be a question of who is bravest on the brakes. The noses of the Porsche dip. Huge curb strike for Riley Dickinson in the white and green Kelly Moss Racing for Children's, as they go across the line, and that is the car that leads. So Riley Dickinson, championship leader, goes to the point and leads.
Michael McCann looked like coming out of turn 7 on the left-hand side there. He still kept going. Oh no, and he's just gone straight on at the turn 8-9 chicane. So I think Michael McCann may be in a lot of trouble. Yes, he's going slowly. The fielder's going past him. Yeah. Oh no. I mean, you can't really get away with hitting the ball that hard. These cars are strong, but there's a limit.
There was a moment when I thought that Riley Dickinson might have just been able to jump ahead in that white and green striped car of the black and yellow pole sitter, but I have to say that Ryan Yardley held his cool. It was problems in the middle of the pack after a couple of laps with a spin that are fighting for first and second, and then third and fourth. Then about 3.5 seconds back to Michael de Quesada and Matthias Leist and Yves Baltas. They're all together, separated by around about 7 tenths. Oh, that was a bit naughty. That was a bit naughty there as the 15 car gets pushed off. That's the bright green car that we've been watching of Yves Baltas. He's having that scrap with Matthias Leist, and he's straight back onto the rear end of the 47 car, but he's been joined by the blue car of Tyler Maxson, the 77.
Michael McCann, so that the
damage.
Oh no, there's a leak, that radiator leaking at the front right of the number 8 machine, McCann Racing, family team of course.
Yep.
And yeah, when that happens, that's an instant pull the car in. You do not want to risk overheating the engine.
The white and red car is on the right hand side, should have the better line. Just banging tyres, banging bodywork. But it looks like Jimmy Libre will not be denied. He goes very wide indeed over the exit curbs towards the wall of champions, but he's made it through, and he is now on the podium.
Baltas has just made a move, but then now Leist is fighting back as they head down the hill now towards turn 10, and Leist is going to try and get this onto the braking zone if they hit the brakes. And Bottas just hangs on to it, and through goes Johnson on Max and behind them.
That's lovely. That was a lovely opportunist move there by Aaron Johnson in that dark red and silver car. Michael Di Castardo in the red and white number 11 has dropped way back there. He was going very slowly indeed. I wonder if he's clipped the wall somewhere, but as he comes to the line, Di Castardo, who was in 5th position, he is going to tumble down the timing and scoring monitor. We're on the final lap, so let's have a look at the sides of the car, unless he's got a drive-through. But he was slow before he came in to the pit lane.
Not even at full pit lane speed either. I think that, what a shame for Michael Di Castardo. He's having such a good season. He was 4th when he coming into this weekend in the championship. DNF yesterday and a DNF again today. That on the last lap, that's such a shame.
Bottom end of the top 10 for Tyler Maxson, Paul Bocuse, Sabre Cook and Ashley Freiberg still right at it. But at the front of the field, Riley Dickinson is back to winning ways. The Kelly Moss Racing for Children's number 91 entry takes another victory in 2025. And Riley Dickinson again this weekend with a measured drive extends his championship lead.
A champion's drive today, just so under control, that went as quick as he needed to through. But Bottas coming through is going to hang on to 5th position, but beating Mathieu's least to that one. And then in the rookies, Aaron Johnson just beating Tyler Maxson to the line. That move into turn 10, absolutely pivotal there.
This is looking ominous for the other competitors in the pro category. Riley Dickinson with a year off, a year sabbatical, and now back with a bang in the pro category. Time to get the fizzy. Nice move by Riley Dickinson, bangs the champagne on the floor, and he is celebrating an even larger lead in the championship.